Do you know how an aircraft weighing hundreds of tons manages to fly? Let's take a look. This is an airplane. To make it take off, you design the wings in a special shape. As air flows over the wings, it splits into two streams, one above and one below. The air on top moves faster than the air underneath. According to Bernoulli's principle, faster moving air has lower pressure. That pressure difference creates an upward force under the wing, known as lift. But this lift alone isn't enough to get such a heavy plane off the ground. So, you add slats and flaps on the wings, which can extend forward and backward. This increases the surface area of the wing and boosts lift. Still, that only sets the conditions for takeoff. What you need now is real power. That's why you mount 4 jet engines under the wings. You also install elevators on the tail. When the engines fire up, the plane begins to roll down the runway. At the right speed, you pull the elevators upward. Because of airflow, this creates a downward force on the tail, pushing it down and raising the nose. At the same time, the slats and flaps deploy, increasing the wing's surface against the wind. The result? Much greater lift. With that massive lift, the plane finally leaves the ground and begins to climb, rising all the way to cruising altitude thousands of feet in the sky. But here's the next question. How does the plane turn while in the air? You could just use the vertical rudder on the tail to yaw left or right, but doing only that would make the aircraft swing too sharply, which would be very uncomfortable for passengers. Instead, you adjust the angle of the wings with ailerons, so each side produces slightly different amounts of lift. Combined with the tail rudder, this allows the airplane to bank and turn smoothly. Finally, when you reach your destination, you throttle down the engines to reduce speed, and the plane begins to descend. You carefully adjust the flaps, slats, and elevators to control both speed and angle. Then you lower the landing gear. With everything under control, the aircraft gently touches down on the runway. Congratulations, you've just invented the modern passenger jet.